Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another live stream. Can you guys hear me? Here I am. Let's go ahead and go live once again for you guys. Damon, Zumo, Kevin, Sinanan, Austino Financing. What's up, guys? Again, welcome back to another live stream. I cannot see myself. Should be live already, right? Yeah, you guys can see me. I don't know why, but my stream always seems to be a bit delayed, right? There you go. Awesome. Okay, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over. We don't need. I didn't have much to say about the SPY today. You guys saw what happened. We had another narrow ranging trading session, so not really a trader's tape. SPY wise, that might change. We might see a pullback sooner rather than later. But in the meantime, there's not really much to say about the SPY. I will show you guys the chart of the SPY regardless. And good afternoon, Z Draper, Rosie. Welcome back, guys. Okay, yeah, so today we had, yet again, guys, another green day across the board. The Russell 2000 went up 1.14%. The Nasdaq went up 0.20%. The Dow went up 0.68%. And the S&P 500 went up 0.32%. And the SPY and the S&P 500, for that matter, both hit today brand new all-time highs. So the bulls are in total control of this tape, guys, until further notice. And take a look, guys. If we take a look at the sectors of the markets, these are the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500. Green across the board, except for utilities. This is a defensive sector. This is the only sector that went down today, basically into the closing bell. If the trading session had closed at 3 p.m., the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500 would have closed in positive territory. Utilities went down 0.16%. And take a look at the rotation that we saw today in the markets, guys. So industrials was the best performing sector, goes up 1%. Financials goes up 0.82%. And energy went up 0.60%. So a very bullish price action, the one that we saw today. And take a look at this chart. Okay, this is a chart of Apple. I can pull up the SPY quickly. Take a look at this chart of the SPY, guys. And I am going to ask you one question. So, do you see anything bearish over here? Are you still looking to buy the dip at 520, 50-ish? I will discuss that. Yeah, I'll tell you guys what I am thinking about the SPY. Okay, take a look at this 4-hour chart of the SPY, guys. And let me ask you, is there anything bearish over here? Is there any reason that you guys can point out in order to short the tape, in order to buy puts, or in order to, I don't know, go against the S&P 500 or the SPY? Take a look at this chart, guys. Clearly upward sloping. Take a look at the moving averages, the 200, the 100, the 20, and the 5-day moving average. All of them upward sloping. So the trend is up, and we don't need to fight the trend. We are going to see a pullback, in my opinion. I would say that sooner rather than later, but we don't need to guess a top. The markets can melt up into way higher levels longer than you think. Because many people see this chart, and they immediately state or say, yeah, you know, the SPY is overextended, and I'm going to get some puts and stuff, and I'm going to short the tape at $525. Maybe, correct, the answer is no. There is no reason to short this tape, guys. This tape is absolutely bullish. Without any question. Without any question. And again, are we going to see a pullback? Yes, we are going to see a pullback. When? We don't know. So we don't need to time it, guys. I can make the case that $525 is a semi-fat number, and $525 could be acting like a magnet. Maybe the top is seen, guys. Maybe we can see some sort of slight correction over here or a slight pullback. Maybe tomorrow, maybe during next week. What are my potential targets to the upside in case of some sort of pullback? And by the way, guys, and obviously I never discuss macro over here, like macro stuff. You guys know what happened tomorrow. What happened yesterday, not tomorrow. I cannot predict the future. You guys know, or you guys saw what happened yesterday with Jerome Powell. So the bulls have a very strong argument on the table to keep going higher. So Powell yesterday started out the easy money party. He said very clearly, guys, I am going to cut rates sooner rather than later. That's it, guys. That's game over for the bears from a macro standpoint. If something unexpected happens, if something breaks in the economy, I don't want to point out like specific cases, but for this bullish party to be over, we need to see some sort of black swan event. We need to see something breaking, something unexpected happening. I don't know, maybe China invades Taiwan. Or maybe, I don't know, inflation, the next CPI data report and the next core PCE report come out extremely higher than expected. Something unexpected. But as we are as of now, this is game over for the bears. Does that imply that we aren't going to see a pullback? Obviously, no. I mean, obviously not. But if, or unless, this super bullish narrative about the fact that we're going to have a soft landing and stuff like that, unless that narrative is denied, every single pullback, or I would say decent pullback, is going to end up being bought up. This is game over for the bears until further notice, if we happen to have any further notice. So, in case of a pullback, I have two potential spots to the downside from which I might be playing a bounce. The first one, I told you guys today on Discord, 520. So that was some sort of intraday spot in order to play a short-term bounce. However, if tomorrow, if next week, we happen to see a visit of $518 is a previous resistance that already acted as such on two occasions, I don't know, like a few days ago. That is going to be the first spot in which I think the bulls could be potentially buying the dip. And if $518 happens to be broken to the downside, this white line that you guys can see over here is none other than the 5-day moving average, which happens to be upward sloping. It might not be upward sloping if it happens to be visited, but if it happens to be visited quickly, it is very likely to be upward sloping. I am talking about $516. As of now, I could be mistaken, guys, and I don't have a crystal ball in order to predict the future. As of now, I think that, taking into account that Powell officially declared yesterday the new easy money party, or that he started the new easy money party, I don't think that we are going to see the SPY going below $516. That's my opinion. So I am not expecting here a big pullback. I can also make the case that below the 5-day moving average, we also have the 20-day moving average. The 20 is signaling as of now $512. That could also be the case. If I zoom out here, take a look at these two moving averages, guys. The blue line is the 100, and the red line is the 200. We can make the case that the SPY is a bit far away from home base. When I say home base, and you guys know that I love baseball terms. I love talking in baseball terms. When I say home base, I am talking about both the 100-day moving average, 100 DMA, this blue line that you guys can see over here, that as of now is signaling $476.50, and also, and this is a very, very, but very important moving average, I am talking over here about the 200 DMA, which is signaling $457. I am not expecting the SPY to pay a visit to any of these moving averages unless something unexpected happens, as I just told you guys. However, we can make the case that the SPY is trading as of now, take a look, almost 9% above its 100 DMA. And we can also make the case that the SPY is trading, let me see over here, 12% above its 200-day moving average. So we can make the case that from a technical standpoint, it is a bit, this push to the upside that we have seen since October is a bit extended. So a good way in order to correct this quote-unquote extension to the upside would be paying a visit to the 20-day, $512. In regular market conditions, guys, if we happen to see $512, so if we happen to see a pullback in the SPY without having any bad news and stuff like that, you can bet that I am going to go all in SPY calls near $512. Are we going to see $512? Who knows? I think that it is unlikely to see the SPY below $516. Let's say anytime soon. Okay, I think that this melt up is very likely to continue. And again, guys, what happened yesterday with Powell was a game changer unless something breaks. Powell said, I am going to cut rates regardless of whatever. So party on for the bulls. And $516, who knows? And if we see $512, I am going all in calls over here. Again, in regular market conditions. If something unexpected happens, stuff, bad news, on unexpected bad news come out, I would evaluate these levels. But as we are seeing the markets as of now, I don't think that we have much room to the downside. In my personal opinion, I could be mistaken. But again, you don't need to worry about the SPY, guys. You guys know that I am always very active on Discord, and I am calling out potential areas of interest, support and resistance wise. So you don't need to be worried about the SPY. I'll take care of the SPY for you guys. So don't worry about it. Okay. So did any one of you buy Apple today? You guys mean to tell me that you weren't taking a look at Apple today? At this dip that we had because of the antitrust lawsuit? Take a look at this disaster, guys. So Apple went down today 4%. Jesus Christ, it got killed. And it closed the trading session at $171.37. So no one tried to buy the dip over here, guys, for sure. Are you sure? So this is going to be the talk of the town, probably tomorrow, I think, right? Apple was kind of, recovering, and today with this news about the antitrust lawsuit, then it got absolutely killed. So take a look at these levels that I wanted to show you guys. You know that I love using AVWAPs, anchor volume weighted average price lines. Take a look at these two AVWAPs, guys. This one that I am pointing out with my phone, with my mouse. You guys know that when I stream for you guys, I was already streaming for something like 7 hours for the guys of my Patreon. So when I am streaming for you guys, I can make some mistakes here and there. I do apologize for that, but when I go live for you guys, I am already super exhausted, guys. So if you notice any mistakes here and there, I do apologize for that. Okay, take a look at this AVWAP, guys. This is an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from none other than the last earnings report of Apple. Take a look. And as of now, this AVWAP is signaling $178. Take a look at how Apple got killed recently. It found support at $168. It went up, and take a look at the spot at which I should say, the bulls of Apple weren't able to burst above it. Take a look. Or weren't able to burst above $178. Do you guys believe that this was a coincidence? Take a look at this. So what did this happen? because we have a bunch of buyers trapped right at $178. And take a look at this other, the longest AVWAP that you guys can see over here. Let me see this one. Take a look. The one that I am pointing out with my mouse. This is an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from last year's low of Apple. So Apple hit $126 on January 4th of last year. So the trade on Apple is very simple, in my opinion, okay? So the trade here is either Apple recaptures, because Apple closed the trading session today at $171.50. So either Apple recaptures $173 and it starts to consolidate above that level. If that were the case, and taking into account that the push to the downside that we saw today was very aggressive, so maybe we could see some sort of, relief rally, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday. So Apple consolidates above $173. That could be signaling that we have some sort of relief rally coming up. If that is the case, we have room up to $178, which happens to be the IVWAP that I just told you guys about that comes from the last earnings report of Apple. So that's a potential trade on Apple. What could be the other trade, guys? I mean, if Apple keeps dropping, obviously, guys, everyone is going to be looking at the 52-week low of Apple at $165. A lot of people are going to be taking a look at this level. And many people are going to be saying, yeah, if Apple hits $165, this is going to be some sort of double top, and Apple could be bouncing back up from $165. The thing over here, guys, is this. This is the matter. So today we got bad news about this antitrust lawsuit, okay? So what is this? What is the negative? Let's say, characteristic, or what is the negative aspect of this antitrust lawsuit that we knew about Apple today? So this could be potentially hitting or affecting in a negative way the only segment of Apple's business that is growing as of now, which is the service revenue, or the service branch of the company. You guys know the App Store? So the App Store has... Apple is getting out of the App Store some sort of racketeering revenue. So if you make any transaction inside the App Store, then Apple gets a cut out of that transaction. So if this antitrust lawsuit goes through, then Apple is going to be forced to make some changes about the App Store, which again is the only segment of Apple's business that is growing as of now. So what is the bottom line here, guys? The markets need to digest this news, because it could potentially hurt Apple's revenue, and therefore Apple's earnings, I don't know, 3 months out, 6 months out. So in my opinion, and taking into account that in the case of Apple, we are talking about the stock of a company that has a massive institutional participation, I would let Apple settle for 2 or 3 trading sessions. And if I notice that the net aggregate opinion of the markets tells me that maybe this antitrust lawsuit won't be, like such a big deal for Apple, I would be interested in maybe taking a short-term trade over here. But from a technical standpoint, the short is absolutely broken. Apple is trading as of now below the 100, the 200, the 20, and the 5-day moving average. The pink line that you guys can see over here is the 20 DMA, 20-day moving average. It is clearly downward sloping. So this is a no touch, in my opinion. But if Apple consolidates above 173, yeah, who knows? Maybe we could see, maybe tomorrow or maybe on Monday, we could see some sort of relief rally over here from 173 up to, I don't know, maybe up to $178 approximately. That could be a possibility. What days and time are your Discord lives? I stream on YouTube Live exclusively for the people of my Patreon, but those streams are spoken in Spanish, bro. So you will not understand a word. Yeah, so don't give it a try, okay? Because yeah, my Patreon is spoken in Spanish, guys. And obviously I work for you guys in English because I can speak both languages, okay? Okay, guys, what other stock you want me to go over? Drop a comment down below and let me know, please, while I take a sip of Sprite. We already spoke about the SPY. I'm Spanish, papito. Say, okay. Yeah, from Mondays to Fridays. There you go. Tesi, Ian Blackwell. Okay, let me go over Tesi, TSLA. Okay, what do we have here? So, Palantir. Okay, Emeline Vélez. Okay, so Tesi went down today 1.62% and it closed the trading session at $172.82. Not a good looking chart. You guys know that I don't like downtrends. So Tesla as of now is trading below the 200, the 100, and the 20, right? Let me see, what is the 20 at? Yeah, and the 20-day moving average. This is a very ugly looking chart, guys. I think, I could be mistaken. I think that what we saw during the last trading sessions was nothing but a dead cat bounce. Take a look at how the bulls of Tesla were unable to burst above the downward sloping 20-day moving average. I can also make some sort of bullish case, semi-bullish case over here in the case of Tesla in minor time frames, because the bulls were able to hold today as support this white line that you guys can see over here. This is the 5-day moving average right at $170. And let me see. Yeah, guys, I mean, you guys know that I use a lot the 5-day moving average, the 5 DMA. So I'm thinking that if the bulls of Tesla can open tomorrow's trading session above this 5-day moving average, so let's say that they can consolidate above $171, maybe this could be signaling that they are gathering momentum in order to make another push higher and potentially being able to pay another visit up to this downward sloping 20-day moving average. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it over here, guys, from say 172, 172.50 up to the 20 DMA at $182, this could be representing a 5% profit trade. Nothing to sneeze at. And take a look at how, guys, over here, if I zoom in a bit more, take a look at how this 5-day moving average is coinciding with a previous support from yesterday. So the bulls of Tesla were able to hold yesterday as support exactly $172. So they held that support once again today, and that previous support from yesterday that acted as such once again today is coinciding with the 5-day moving average at $172. So maybe a touch, I mean, I could give it a thought about going long. I could give a thought about going long Tesla above $172. And if Tesla breaks $172, or say that Tesla opens tomorrow's trading session below $172 and the bulls aren't able to recapture this level, this would be pretty much the confirmation that the bounce that we saw in the most recent trading sessions was nothing but a dead cat bounce. And Tesla could be easily paying a visit once again down to the brand new 52-week low at $160. So maybe a long possibility above $172, and in my opinion, a short below $172. In the case of Tesi, let me take a look. Do we have any positive AV webs in the case of Tesla now? So let me pull up here some AV webs of Tesla, my Tesla. Take a look at this disaster, guys. And mind you, guys, take a look at this. So let me see. Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, announced yesterday that he's going to cut rates. He said it. I am cutting rates, regardless of whatever. Okay. And Tesla, obviously, they sell cars. So this is a company that is very sensitive. And therefore, their stock is a stock that is sensitive to interest rates. So in a day in which we had an amazing bull party, because the easy money party is going to keep going thanks to Jerome Powell and the zombies of the Federal Reserve. Okay, so the day after that happened, Tesla went down. When we know for sure, guys, that we are having rate cuts, unless something unexpected happens, I don't know, that we are very likely, I don't know, that we have a very high likelihood of, I don't know, 98% of having rate cuts this year. So what is the message? What is the message that the net aggregate opinion of the markets is sending us, or selling us, we could say, sending us? What is the message? I don't like the stock. There is something wrong with this company. I don't like it, even though the chairman of the Fed told us yesterday that they are going to cut rates this year, maybe on 3 occasions. So there is something wrong with the stock. And obviously, aside from that, we can tell by taking a look at the net aggregate opinion of the market. So by taking a look at the technical chart of Tesla, that there is something wrong over here. The markets don't want to do anything with Tesla. So be careful. Below 172, this is a short in my opinion. And take a look at all of these AVWAPs, guys. I have the longest AVWAP comes from the all-time high of Tesla. We have this other AVWAP that comes from last year's high. We have this other AVWAP that you guys can see at the bottom of your screens that comes from last year's low of Tesla. So what is the problem, guys, of having Tesla trading below all of these moving averages? Let me ask you. What is the issue that we have over here with Tesla? Take a look. Trading not only below all the moving averages that I use, you guys know the 200, the 100, the 20, and the 5-day. So, but take a look at this. We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 AVWAPs over here. What is the issue? What is the problem for the bulls? What is the negative? What is the negative matter? Because we are seeing as of now Tesla trading below all of these moving averages. What do you guys think? Got it. Okay. The problem is that we have, I don't know, 1 million buyers trapped all over the place. So what's the problem with that, guys? That we have a lot of people losing money to the upside. And that implies that any attempt of recovery of Tesla is going to come across with a lot of overhead resistances or overhead resistance areas. So we have a lot of very well-defined areas of overhead supply over here. This is the issue, guys. We have buyers trapped all over the place in the case of Tesla. Any recovery or any attempt of going higher of Tesla is going to have a bunch of potential retracements, guys. Because from a psychological standpoint, guys, when you're losing money with any given stock, if the stock goes high or goes higher, and as soon as you see your break even, you close the position. And that is exactly what is going to happen probably in the case of Tesla. I don't see any sustainable recovery happening anytime soon. So just be careful here. Let me take a look at the market structure of Tesla. Let me see if we see something constructive about the demand and the supply of Tesla. Let's see. Take a look, guys. Wow, what a disaster. On top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply. Take a look at the demand, guys, or buyers. There are no buyers. 0. They are gone. They are gone, guys. And take a look at the supply. It is way above the level of the demand. Wow. This is a very poor market structure. So, yeah, I don't have anything constructive to say about Tesla. DraftKings. Let's go ahead and take a look. By the way, I am a brand new customer of DraftKings. You guys know that I live in Charlotte, in North Carolina. And wow, take a look at, oh my God, This thing went on a tear today. I didn't take a look at DraftKings today. Yeah, so like since 2 weeks ago, they were authorized to operate in North Carolina. It is weird because I live in a very conservative state. So, well, but now I am a brand new customer of DraftKings. Okay, so DKNG went up today 3.63%, and it closed the trading session at $48. Unbelievable. I don't know if we had any good news coming out. Take a look at this, guys. This stock has gone up in only 2 trading sessions, 12%. Jesus Christ. I mean, clear uptrend above all the moving averages. Would I chase DraftKings here, guys? I don't think so. I would be looking for, or I would be interested in seeing some sort of tiny profit taking, maybe a little retracement down to this former resistance at $45.80. In regular market conditions, this should be a buy the dip opportunity, guys. Wow. Say that DraftKings keeps going higher, guys. Let me see. What would be the next gap to the upside? Let me see. The next gap is $53. I am from North Carolina Raleigh. Okay, we're close, bro. Whenever you drop by Charlotte, let me know. Send me a DM on Discord so we can hang out. Maybe grab a couple of beers. Guys, this thing has still room to the upside. So say that it keeps running from $49 up to the next potential area of resistance at $53.50. This could represent another 8% push to the upside. Jesus. And in the case of this gap, potential gap to the upside, $53.85. We can round it up, $54. This is a previous resistance back from August of 2021, and also a previous resistance back from June of 2021. Wow, what a good looking short, guys. Unbelievable, huh? So give me a pullback on DraftKings down to $45.80, and I would be buying this dip, guys. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, we don't have any buyers trapped here from an AVWAP standpoint. Let me take a look at DKNG. Let's see, DraftKings, DKNG. No, take a look, guys. Above pretty much all the anchored volume weighted average price lines that we could analyze. So what does this imply? That we don't have any buyers, or we don't have a significant amount of buyers trapped in higher prices or trapped at higher prices. That implies that gap up to $54 could be getting filled, guys, sooner than you think. And if I take a look at the market structure of DKNG, let me see. DKNG, DraftKings. So let me take a look at the demand and the supply. And yeah, I mean, the demand is going higher. The supply is also rising and above average. When I say average, I am talking about this kind of dotted line that you guys can see over here. Remember, buyers or demand buyers and supply sellers. I would say that we have a tie between buyers and sellers. The fact that the supply is starting to rise makes me believe that maybe we could see a bit of profit taking here. And why not a potential visit down to $45, which in my opinion would be a buy the dip opportunity. This stock is in a clear technical breakout, guys. Take a look at this. A brand new higher high today, brand new 52-week high. All the moving averages are pretty much upward sloping, including the 5-day. This is pretty much a technical breakout. Yeah. Thanks for streaming. Absolutely. Yeah, I got to make an effort. I'm not going to lie to you guys. After having been streaming for 6 hours and a half, and then having to do it speaking my second language, it is tough, but I am here, guys. I am doing this for you guys every single Thursday. Happily, I should say. Excuse me, guys. Okay. The Spy Goat Alvaro. Thank you. I am not the goat, but I make an effort in order to provide you guys with the best information. Sure. Okay. Palantir. Guys, did you see or did you hear what Mama Kathy said yesterday about Palantir? Did you see the news? I like all the calls you make. Go Dodgers, say Ocean Goose. So, Mama Kathy Wood with ARC Innovation said yesterday that Microsoft is in risk of being disrupted by Palantir. Can you guys believe that? Do you guys see Palantir? Which again, I don't have anything against the company. I kind of like the company. Because of the business model that Palantir has. I mean, it is a very, very, very expensive stock from a valuation standpoint. Someday I can go over the valuation of Palantir for you guys. But Kathy Wood said yesterday that this company could disrupt none other than Microsoft, guys, which as of now is the largest company of the world market cap wise. Oh my God. I mean, good old Mama Kathy, huh? Unbelievable. Okay. The technical chart of Palantir, guys, which went down today 0.33% and closed the trading session at $24.49. I don't know. It is like super choppy. Super choppy. We can make the case that Palantir is trading above the 200 and the 100-day moving average. Both moving averages are upward sloping, so that's positive. And we could make the case that despite the fact that we are seeing a lot of choppiness over here and, indecision when it comes to buyers, we can make some sort of bullish argument from the following standpoint. So Palantir seems to be kind of consolidating above $22.63. So if I zoom out here, guys, take a look at this. So the former 52-week high of Palantir before this stock entered into this range between $25 and $22 was $21.83. So Palantir traded below $21.83 for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, something like that. So the fact that Palantir has established over here a brand new range above a previous range in which this stock traded for, I don't know, like 2 years is in and of itself positive. So what do we need to see over here for Palantir to be able to keep going higher? So the next, or we have a very well-defined spot at which Palantir has been failing over and over and over and over again. $25.66. At $25.50, Palantir failed. This was back on mid-March. Then it failed, or before that it failed on early March. Then it failed, or before that it failed in mid-February. And also it failed right at $25.60 in early February. So this is an area at which Palantir has been failing systematically. So it would be very positive, guys, for the bulls being able to recapture $25.50, consolidate above that level, so we can make the case that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to fill this gap up to the brand new 52-week high of Palantir near $27.44. So in my opinion, and in order to avoid getting trapped in this choppiness between $25.80 and $22.32, I would like to see the best trading setup in order to go long Palantir over here would be seeing Palantir consolidating above $25.80. Or maybe, why not, guys? Why not another test of the lower line of this range at $22.30? This could also be a spot from which Palantir could be bouncing back up once again. But ideally, we want to see Palantir consolidating above $25.80. It is, If I had to grade this short, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10, 7 maybe. But you know, I mean, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. So maybe the bulls are simply, you know, gathering momentum here inside this kind of non-academic bullish rectangle in order to finally break out from $25.50 and then pay a visit up to $27.44. So let me see if I have any AV webs that are worth to point out. Let me see. Palantir, the Messi of AI. Take a look, guys. We don't have, for the most part, we don't have a lot of buyers trapped above the current price of Palantir, guys. And let me see. Take a look at this, guys. The shortest AV web that you see over here comes from the last earnings report of Palantir, and it is pretty much signaling $22. So if I reconcile this level, $22.50 ish, with the lower, let's say the lower line of this consolidation range, take a look, $22.20. So in case of some sort of further pullback of Palantir, this area of $22.20, $22.50, since we have the convergence of the lower line of this consolidation range with the AV web that comes from the last earnings report of Palantir, this is a well-defined, or let's say a potential area of interest for a bounce in the case of Palantir, $22.20. But in case Palantir keeps consolidating inside this range, and if we happen to finally see Palantir breaking out from $25.50, the fact that we don't have a lot of buyers trapped above the current price of Palantir could be signaling that, yeah, maybe Palantir could be bursting above its most recent 52-week high, $27.30, and keep going higher. Who knows? It is an interesting chart. It is definitely an interesting chart. Let me see if I see any important imbalance between buyers and sellers. In the case of Palantir, let me see, the Messi of AI, Palantir. Let me see, the company that is going to be replacing Microsoft. How about that, guys? I mean, we can make up the stuff that Kathy Wood says, right? Unbelievable. Okay, take a look at the demand. It is falling and below the level of the supply. So over here, we can see an imbalance between the demand and the supply that as of now is favoring sellers, even though the supply is going down as well, but the level of the supply is a bit above the level of the demand. So I wouldn't rule out, guys, further downside for Palantir, in which case maybe $22.20 would be an interesting spot in order to buy the dip. In the case of the company that is going to disrupt Microsoft. She said that. Yeah, Kathy Wood said that yesterday, guys. Look it up. Reddit. Okay, I knew you guys were going to ask about Reddit. So what is the issue about Reddit, guys? This is an IPO, and this implies that we don't have any previous technical reference over here. And take a look at what happened, guys. So Reddit opened the trading session at $46.50. It went up to $57.62, and then it collapsed. What do you guys think happened here? Why Reddit couldn't go? Why Reddit wasn't able to keep going higher than $58? What do you guys think? So, guys, you have to be very careful when it comes to IPOs. You need to be very careful when it comes to initial public offerings. Why? Why is that? Because when any company goes public, you have a lot of insiders, so you have a lot of employees of the company that already purchased shares of that company at lower prices. So what would you guys do if you work at Reddit and you have shares at, let's say yesterday, you had shares of Reddit at $20? What would you do, guys, if Reddit opens at 46 bucks and goes up to $57. For real, what would you do? You would dump shares immediately, obviously. So in the case of IPOs, guys, I like to wait for at least 4 or 5 months before I trade these tickers, because once a stock is trading for 4 or 5 months, we have some sort of previous technical reference, and on top of that, I give enough time for the insiders to dump shares before I get trapped. So be careful. I would stay away from this ticker. We can make the case that today's low was $45. And maybe, guys, if Reddit tomorrow happens to visit 45 bucks, and if 45 bucks happens to hold, we are going to have some market participants saying, okay, Reddit is holding yesterday's low, so I'm going to buy some shares, whatever. But I don't know. It isn't worth it, guys. Just stay away from these IPOs until, I don't know, I would say 2 or 3 months. Yeah, you would sell, obviously. That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, guys. And we don't know. Today was the first trading session ever of Reddit. So we don't know how many insiders are still holding shares, waiting for Reddit to go higher in order to dump shares. So I would stay away from this ticker if I were any of you guys. Hey, I have been streaming for how long? 46 minutes. Okay, let's keep going. I have, what other request do I have here? Coinbase. Why not? Let's go over Coinbase Global. Okay, let me see. You guys know the deal. If you're going to trade Coinbase, you need to keep an eye on Bitcoin. That's obviously a no-brainer. This is pretty much a crypto-related stock in the stock market. This is pretty much another Bitcoin play in the stock market. So the technical chart looks super, super positive. Coinbase is trading as of now above all the moving averages, above the 200, the 100, the 20, and the 5-day. And the 5-day is starting to rise once again after it, downward sloped a little bit during the last trading sessions. And $260 is a previous resistance, guys, back from March 12th. So we can make the case that since this technical chart is obviously under the total control of buyers, if you guys happen to see Coinbase tomorrow consolidating above 261 bucks, $162, it could be easily going back up in order to fill what has turned into a very tough spot of resistance here, guys, $276. So Coinbase failed right at $276 today, and it also failed right at $276 back on March 11th. So a very well-defined area of overhead resistance. But what about a trade, guys, with Coinbase opening any position at, say, 261 bucks? From $161 up to $276, this would represent, get these, guys, a 5% profit trade. So this would be a potential setup in order to trade this ticker. Another potential setup would be a visit of the 5-day moving average, $246. This is an important spot. And take a look at how this 5-day moving average that is starting to rise is coinciding with a previous resistance back from mid-March. So what about a visit of Coinbase down to 246 bucks? If we happen to confirm support over there, Coinbase could be bouncing back up from $246 up to $260. This would represent another 5% potential profit trade. So this is a very good looking chart. But you guys know Coinbase, guys, and most of the crypto-related plays, these assets are very volatile. So you need to have a stomach and apply a very tight stop before trading these kind of tickers. When it comes to AVWAPs, I think that we don't have any buyers trapped over here. Let me pull up Coinbase to see if we have any meaningful anchored value weighted average price lines here. No, nothing, guys. Take a look. So we can take a look at this very long AV web. This one comes from precisely the IPO of Coinbase back in April of 2021 when Coinbase hit $425. Jesus Christ. So the market participants that started positions on Coinbase way back then, as of now, they have an average price of $110. They are making very good money over here. And we can say that the market participants that started positions on Coinbase, or the average market participants, I should say, that started positions on Coinbase, let's say more recently, did it when Coinbase posted its last earnings report. This was back in mid-February. And these market participants have an average price of $214. They are also making money. We don't have any buyers trapped here, guys. So if Bitcoin keeps going higher, and you guys know, you have heard the bullish, you have heard about the bullish price target for Bitcoin. Some people say that it is going up to, it is very likely to hit $120,000. Today I saw, guys, the very first price target of Coinbase ever from an investment firm. I think it was Bernstein, and they said that Coinbase is heading, or they put out a price target for Bitcoin, not for Coinbase, for Bitcoin. They put out a price target of Bitcoin of $90,000, guys. So wow, the FOMO is real, guys. The hype is there, and if Bitcoin keeps going higher, guys, we don't have any buyers trapped here. So how high can Coinbase go if Bitcoin keeps going on a tear? The next gap is $300. This is a previous resistance back from when? Back from 2021. Do you guys see Coinbase hitting $300? Let me reconcile all of this information with the market structure of Coinbase. Let's see. Coinbase Global. What do we got here? Let's see. Take a look. The demand is starting to go down along with the supply. So we, for the most part, from a market structure standpoint, we have another tie here between buyers and sellers. So I cannot make neither a bearish case nor a bullish case in the case of Coinbase. Taking a look at the market structure of this stock. Well, we might see higher prices here, guys. Yep, why not? There you go. So now we are 52 minutes in. Any other requests, guys? Any other stock that you want me to go over before I wrap it up? Before my day isn't going to end, but I might grab a beer to keep working. So 5:37 p.m. Let me see. Did I miss any request of you guys? How about XOM? It's too late to get in a swing. Exxon oil has been going on a tear, guys. Okay, Exxon Mobil. Let me see. Wow, take a look. What a bullish chart, bro. Bro, right? Is it a bro? Or a sister? Jack. Yeah, it is a bro. Okay. Take a look at this chart, buddy. Unbelievably bullish. Above all the moving averages, Exxon made yet again today another higher high. But I mean, this is a potential area of resistance, guys. $114. $114 is a previous resistance back from mid-October of last year. So what happens, guys, if XOM or ExxonMobil happens to consolidate above $114? This would be super bullish. And obviously, you guys know that these oil-related stocks pretty much track the behavior of oil. So you need to keep an eye on /CL, which is the futures of the West Texas Intermediate. But any process of consolidation of Exxon, guys, above $114 could be signaling that we have a potential gap up to $117. Let me pull up here A major time frame. Where did I get this number from? Let me see. Yeah, this is a previous support, guys. 117 bucks is a previous resistance back from January of 2023. Yep, this could be the next potential gap to the upside for Exxon. Yeah, I mean, this would be ultra bullish behavior, guys. A process of consolidation above 114 bucks. All the moving averages are upward sloping. There is nothing wrong with this chart. So, what about a pullback, guys? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't buy a pullback here, guys. It is about to consolidate above 114 bucks, and by doing so, Exxon it could be potentially bursting above a level, guys, that this stock hasn't been able to trade above since mid-October of last year. So this would be a major bullish development. This would be the trade here, guys. Above 114 bucks. Very good looking chart, guys. No doubt about it. Let me see the market structure of XOM. I am going to put it down on my watch list. This stock is going to be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow. Take a look at the market structure of XOM, guys. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand. At the bottom, the supply. Take a look at the demand, guys. Through the roof. Through the roof. And the supply is starting to rise, but way below the level of the demand. This technical chart is under the absolute control of buyers. So above 114 bucks, I would be a buyer here, guys. Obviously, confirming that the performance of oil confirms this trade, obviously, because this is an oil-related stock. I'm a girl. Oh, my bad, Jack. Sorry. It's pronounced Jackie. Okay. I thought you were a French dude. Jack. My bad. Jackie. There you go, Jackie. Sister. You're a sister then, okay? Sofi, my blow-fi. Let me see. So I apologize for that. That's okay. Okay. It went up today 1.09% and it closed the trading session at $7.44. Not a good looking chart, guys. By the way, I sold one put of Sofi with the guys of my Patreon today. I was showing them how to sell puts. So I have a put of Sofi. Okay, I opened that trade today. Not a good looking chart, guys. Super choppy. Sofi is barely above the 5-day moving average. So for me to go long Sofi here, guys, I would need the bulls to show some strength by preferably being able to burst above the 200-day moving average, which as of now is signaling $8.33. I think that they recently diluted. Yeah, so they issued new shares in order to raise capital. In order to raise capital. So yeah, I mean, in the short term, that's bad news because the cake becomes larger. But I mean, long-term wise, if we are talking about a company that is doing things right, that could be beneficial for the company. But a no touch, guys, below $8.30. It is just not a good looking short. So if the bulls can burst above $8.30 and if they can consolidate above it, why not a further push to the upside, maybe up to $9.20. This is a major level of resistance that acted as such back in late February and also back in early March. From $8.40 up to, say, $9.12. This could represent an 8.88 profit trade. So a no touch below $8.30. Let me see if the market structure of Sofi says something positive or indicates or signals something positive. Let's see. No, guys, take a look. The demand collapsed pretty much because they diluted, guys. As I just told you, a dilution, short-term wise, is not good news. Most investors don't like it because the piece of the cake that they own becomes smaller. So yeah, not really good news on the supply. The supply is starting to go down, but way above the level of the demand. So we don't have a good looking market structure here. And I am curious about the AVWAPs of Sofi. Let me see. Where do we have buyers trapped in the case of Sofi, my BlowFi? Let's see. Yeah, we have a lot of buyers trapped here, guys. And take a look at the level that I just told you guys about, guys. $9.30, $9.20. And take a look at how Sofi failed right at this level on multiple occasions back in late February and also back in early March. This was no coincidence, guys. Take a look. Why? Well, because right there we have the buyers, or this is the level at which the buyers that come from the all-time high of Sofi are trapped at. Take a look. Take a look at this AVWAP. Look. So the second Sofi hit $9.20. Most of these market participants that have been losing money on Sofi since, get this, guys, January of 2021, they decided to close their positions and move on. So very big level, guys, for Sofi in case of, in case of a sustainable and potential recovery of Sofi. $9.20 is an area of interest in order to potentially fade the rally, in order to fade the rip in the case of Sofi. And let me see. I have Micron Technologies. I don't want to go an hour already. Okay, let's just wrap it up with Micron, guys, because I don't want the stream to be too long. Micron went up today 14%, closed the trading session at $109.85. It is going down after hours, is it? No, it's good. I mean, they posted a very solid commercial guidance, that Micron posted earnings yesterday. Is it at all-time highs? Yeah, it is at all-time highs, guys. I don't know. I wouldn't chase it here. I would have to see a bit of consolidation above $108. But the trade that I would be interested in the case of Micron, guys, would be a further pullback and a potential visit down to $102, which happens to be a previous all-time high for Micron. This would be a viable dip, I think. And you know that Micron is, as of now, working with NVIDIA and stuff like that. So we have this mania, this super hype about semiconductor stocks. So maybe a pullback down to $102 could be a potential buy the dip opportunity. If you're feeling some sort of FOMO in regard to Micron, just wait for one or two more trading sessions. And if you happen to see consolidation above $108, that could be signaling that the bulls are over here gathering momentum in order to potentially being able to fill this next gap. Once again to the upside, up to the brand new all-time high of Micron near $114.35. This could be a potential trade over here. And the longer Micron consolidates above $108, say one or two trading sessions, so we are going to be able to make a case that Micron is working on some sort of bullish rectangle that could be signaling higher prices, maybe above its brand new all-time high above $114. I am not going to check on any AVWAPs because Micron is pretty much trading above all-time highs, so we don't have any buyers trapped in the case of Micron. And if I take a look at the market structure of MU, let me see. The market structure doesn't look very encouraging, guys, despite the fact that this stock went on a tear yesterday and today as well. So the demand is very obviously decreasing and the supply is kind of rising. So I don't know, the market structure makes me believe that maybe, this is a maybe obviously, because I don't have a crystal ball, we could see Micron maybe paying a visit down to $101, $102 because of profit taking. And if that is the case, I think that might be a viable dip in normal and regular market conditions. Okay, guys, I am going to wrap it up because I'm exhausted. And yeah, we are already 1 hour and 5 minutes in. You guys know that I am going to release this live stream that I do every single Thursday exclusively for you guys. I am going to be releasing it on my YouTube channel. So if the stream goes, like way longer than 1 hour, I don't get any views. So thank you very much for joining me once again today, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let's hope, fingers crossed for some sort of pullback in the case of the SPY overnight, so we can actually trade the SPY. I don't like trading the SPY near or at all-time highs, but we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay. See you guys on Discord. Thank you. Bye. And sorry, Jackie, for my mistake. My sister Jackie. Take care, guys. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.